Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, there lay a hidden gem known as the colorful garden. This garden was unlike any other, for it bloomed not only with flowers of every hue imaginable, but also with the vibrant spirits of its inhabitants, the enchanted creatures who called it home. In this magical garden, there lived a radiant butterfly named Aurora, whose wings shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. Aurora fluttered from flower to flower, spreading joy wherever she went. Yet, despite her beauty, Aurora felt a tinge of loneliness in her heart. She longed for a friend who could share in her adventures and appreciate the wonders of the garden alongside her. One sunny morning, as Aurora danced among the blossoms, she stumbled upon a peculiar sight: a shy chameleon named Oliver, who sat camouflaged among the leaves, blending into the background. Unlike Aurora, Oliver could change his color to match his surroundings, but this only made him feel invisible to others. He wished for someone who could see him for who he truly was. Curious and intrigued, Aurora approached Oliver with a gentle flutter of her wings. "Hello there," she chimed. "I'm Aurora. What brings you to this lovely garden?" Startled, Oliver revealed himself and shyly replied, I'm Oliver. I've always been here, but no one seems to notice me." Aurora smiled warmly. "Well, I notice you, Oliver. Would you like to explore the garden with me?" Overjoyed by Aurora's invitation, Oliver nodded eagerly, and together they embarked on a grand adventure. They chased butterflies, danced with dandelion seeds, and basked in the warm glow of the sun. With each passing moment, their bond grew stronger, and the garden seemed to shine even brighter in their friendship. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Aurora and Oliver became inseparable companions, proving that true friendship knows no bounds. Their differences only made their friendship stronger, for they learned to accept and cherish each other for who they were. Word of their heartwarming friendship spread throughout the garden, inspiring other creatures to embrace acceptance and kindness. Soon, the colorful garden became a haven of harmony, where creatures of all shapes, sizes, and colors lived together in peace and happiness. And so, in the enchanting realm of the colorful garden, where the flowers bloomed in every shade imaginable, Aurora and Oliver taught the world a timeless lesson: that true friendship blossoms when hearts are open to acceptance and love. Once upon a time, in a cozy village nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, there lived a young girl named Lily. Lily was sweet-natured and always eager to make new friends, but she often found herself feeling lonely as she roamed the village streets alone. One sunny morning, as Lily was picking wildflowers by the stream, she heard a rustling in the bushes. Curious, she tiptoed closer and discovered a small, furry creature trapped in a thicket. It was a shy little creature with big, curious eyes and a timid smile. "Hello there," Lily said softly, reaching out a hand. "Are you all right?" The creature hesitated for a moment before timidly nodding. With gentle hands, Lily helped free the creature from the thorns, and as it emerged, she saw that it was a delightful creature, unlike any she had ever seen before. It was a cross between a rabbit and a squirrel, with soft fur, the color of autumn leaves. "Thank you," the creature whispered, its voice as gentle as a breeze. "My name is Flurry. I've been searching for a friend, but I was too afraid to come out of hiding." Lily smiled warmly, "Well, Fleury, you found a friend in me. Would you like to explore the village together?" With a shy nod, Fleury agreed, and together they embarked on an adventure that would change both of their lives forever. As they wandered through the village, they encountered many other creatures, each unique and special in their own way. Some had feathers, others had scales, but they all welcomed Fleury with open arms. As the days turned into weeks, Lily and Fleury's friendship blossomed. They laughed and played together, sharing secrets and dreams beneath the shade of the old oak tree. And with each passing day, Lily felt her heart grow lighter and her world grow brighter, all because of her new friend. But one day, as they were playing by the stream, they came across a group of villagers who were whispering and pointing at Fleury. "What is that strange creature?" they muttered. "It doesn't belong here." Lily's heart sank as she realized that not everyone accepted Fleury as she did. But instead of feeling discouraged, she stood tall and spoke up for her friend. "Fleury may be different, but he has a kind heart and a gentle spirit," she declared bravely. "And isn't that what truly matters?" The villagers paused, their eyes softening as they looked at Fleury with newfound understanding. And in that moment, they realized that true friendship knows no bounds, and that acceptance is the greatest gift of all. From that day on, Fleury was welcomed with open arms by the villagers, and Lily's world was filled with even more love and laughter than before. And as they watched the sunset painting the sky in hues of pink and gold, they knew that their friendship would last a lifetime, proving that sometimes the most magical friendships can be found in the most unexpected places. In the heart of a lush forest, there stood a tree unlike any other. Its branches reached out wide, embracing the sky with leaves that shimmered like emerald jewels. But what truly set this tree apart was its extraordinary ability to spread kindness. Legend had it that ages ago, a benevolent fairy blessed the tree with the power to nurture friendship and acceptance. Every act of kindness performed near the tree would cause it to bloom with radiant flowers, each petal carrying the essence of goodwill and understanding. One day, 3 unlikely companions stumbled upon the tree. There was Willow, a shy rabbit who longed for companionship; Finn, a curious fox with a heart full of adventure; and Luna, a gentle deer with eyes as wise as the moon. Despite their differences, the trio quickly formed a bond as they explored the wonders of the forest together. They shared laughter beneath the kindness tree, their joy weaving through the air like delicate threads of magic. But their newfound harmony was soon tested when a group of creatures from a distant land arrived in the forest. These newcomers, with their unfamiliar customs and language, were met with suspicion and fear from the other animals. Determined to bridge the divide, Willow, Finn, and Luna turned to the kindness tree for guidance. They gathered the forest inhabitants and invited the strangers to join them beneath its branches. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the kindness tree began to glow with a soft, ethereal light. Its branches swayed in the breeze, whispering tales of unity and understanding. Slowly but surely, the barriers between the animals and the newcomers melted away, replaced by a shared sense of kinship. With each act of kindness exchanged beneath its canopy, the kindness tree flourished, its blossoms blooming in a kaleidoscope of colors. And as the days turned into weeks, the once strangers became cherished friends, united by the unbreakable bonds of friendship and acceptance. From that day forth, the kindness tree stood as a beacon of hope in the forest, a reminder that even the smallest acts of kindness could bloom into something beautiful. And so, the tale of the kindness tree spread far and wide, inspiring generations to come together in the spirit of friendship and acceptance. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and babbling brooks, there lived a young girl named Lily. Lily had a heart as pure as the morning dew and a spirit that danced like the wind through the trees. Despite her tender age, Lily possessed a rare talent. She could bring to life the most wondrous scenes with just a stroke of her brush. One day, as Lily wandered through the forest, she stumbled upon an old, weathered cottage hidden amidst the trees. Inside, she found an ancient paintbrush, its handle adorned with intricate carvings and its bristles shimmering with magic. With trembling hands, Lily lifted the brush, feeling its power thrumming through her veins. Excitedly, Lily dashed back to the village, eager to share her discovery. But when she showed the brush to the villagers, they scoffed and turned away, muttering about nonsense and fairy tales. Heart heavy with disappointment, Lily returned to the forest, determined to prove the skeptics wrong. With the magic paintbrush in hand, Lily began to paint. She painted fields of flowers that sang in the sunlight and forests where animals danced in harmony. She painted rivers that whispered secrets to the stars and skies that blazed with colors unseen. And with each stroke, Lily poured her heart and soul into her creations, infusing them with love and joy. As word of Lily's painting spread, the villagers began to take notice. They marveled at the beauty she brought to life, and soon they flocked to her side, eager to share in her gift. Among them was a boy named Thomas, whose heart had been closed off by loneliness and fear. But as Thomas watched Lily paint, he felt something stir within him, a longing for connection and acceptance. Tentatively, he approached Lily and asked if he could join her. With a smile, Lily handed him the brush, and together they painted side by side, weaving their dreams into reality. Through their friendship, Thomas learned that true magic lies not in spells or enchantments, but in the bonds we share with one another. And as the village blossomed with color and laughter, Lily and Thomas knew that they had found something truly precious, a friendship as timeless and enduring as the stars in the sky. And so, the magic paintbrush became a symbol of hope and friendship, inspiring all who beheld its wonders to open their hearts to the beauty of the world around them. For in the end, it was not the magic of the brush that mattered, but the magic of friendship that had brought their village to life. Once upon a time, in a magical land far away, there stood a majestic rainbow bridge that connected two bustling villages, one filled with vibrant hues of red, orange, and yellow, and the other adorned with serene shades of blue, green, and purple. This bridge wasn't just any ordinary bridge. It was a bridge of friendship and acceptance. In the village of warmth, where the sun always shone bright, lived a young girl named Ruby. She was as fiery as her name, with a heart full of kindness. Across the bridge, In the village of tranquility, where the sky always wore a tranquil hue, dwelled a boy named Skylar. He was as calm as the gentle breeze, with eyes that held the mysteries of the universe. Ruby and Skylar had heard of each other, but had never met. Their villages were worlds apart, separated by misconceptions and fears. But fate had other plans for them. One day, a mischievous sprite accidentally spilled a pot of enchanted paint on the rainbow bridge, causing it to glow with even more radiant colors. Curious, Ruby and Skylar ventured out to see the spectacle. As they reached the middle of the bridge, they met face to face, their eyes locking in wonder. At first, they were hesitant, unsure of what to make of each other. Ruby was dazzled by Skylar's calm demeanor, while Skylar was intrigued by Ruby's fiery spirit. But as they started talking, they discovered that they had more in common than they thought. They laughed, they shared stories, and they found solace in each other's company. As the days passed, Ruby and Skylar became inseparable, bridging the gap between their two villages with their blossoming friendship. Their friendship didn't just bring joy to themselves, but also to their villages. The people of warmth and tranquility saw how Ruby and Skylar embraced each other's differences and accepted each other wholeheartedly. Slowly, the walls of prejudice crumbled, making way for a new era of harmony and understanding. And so, the Rainbow Bridge became not just a path between two villages, but a symbol of friendship and acceptance for all. Ruby and Skylar showed that true friendship knows no boundaries, and love is the bridge that connects us all. From that day forward, whenever children crossed the Rainbow Bridge, they remembered the heartwarming tale of Ruby and Skylar, and they knew that friendship and acceptance were the true colors that painted the world with beauty and hope. Once upon a time, in a land called Diversity Land, there lived creatures of all shapes, sizes, and colors. From the tallest trees to the tiniest bugs, every being was unique in their own special way. In the heart of Diversity Land stood a magnificent bridge known as the Rainbow Bridge. It arched gracefully over a sparkling river, its colors shimmering in the sunlight like a vibrant rainbow. This bridge was no ordinary bridge. It was a symbol of friendship and acceptance. One sunny morning, a curious young fox named Finn decided to explore beyond his forest home. As he trotted along the path, he met a chatty squirrel named Sammy, whose bushy tail flicked with excitement. "Come with me, Finn. Let's cross the Rainbow Bridge," Sammy chirped, eyes sparkling with anticipation. Intrigued, Finn agreed, and together they journeyed to the Rainbow Bridge. Along the way, they encountered a wise old owl named Olivia and a playful rabbit named Rosie, both eager to join their adventure. As they reached the bridge, they were greeted by a magnificent sight. Animals of all kinds danced across the bridge, sharing laughter and stories. From graceful swans to colorful butterflies, each one welcomed Finn, Sammy, Olivia, and Rosie with open arms. Welcome to the Rainbow Bridge, where differences are celebrated and friendships bloom like wildflowers, said a majestic peacock perched on the bridge's railing. Finn and his new friends spent the day exploring Diversity Land, learning from each other and embracing their differences. They discovered that despite their unique appearances, they all shared the same desire for kindness and companionship. As the sun began to set, casting a warm golden glow over Diversity Land, Finn and his friends gathered by the Rainbow Bridge. They held pause, wings, and tails, forming a colorful circle of unity. "Thank you for showing me the beauty of diversity," Finn said, his heart filled with gratitude. With a chorus of chirps, hoots, and giggles, the creatures of Diversity Land echoed Finn's sentiment. And as the stars twinkled overhead, they knew that their friendship would light up the land for eternity. And so, in Diversity Land, where differences were celebrated and friendships flourished, the Rainbow Bridge stood as a beacon of hope and acceptance for all who crossed its path. In a cozy village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a tiny sparrow named Sammy. Despite his small size, Sammy possessed a heart full of courage and a spirit as bright as the sun. One day, as Sammy fluttered through the village square, he noticed a group of animals gathered around a sad-looking rabbit named Rosie. Rosie had moved to the village recently and was struggling to find friends because of her different appearance. Determined to help, Sammy hopped over to Rosie and chirped cheerfully, offering to show her around the village. Rosie's eyes sparkled with gratitude as she accepted Sammy's offer. Together, they explored the village, meeting other animals along the way. Despite initial hesitations from some, Sammy's unwavering kindness and Rosie's gentle nature soon won them over. Before long, Sammy and Rosie had formed a close-knit group of friends who accepted them for who they were. But one day, a fearsome storm swept through the village, causing chaos and destruction. As the villagers scrambled for safety, Sammy noticed Rosie, frozen with fear, trapped beneath a fallen branch. Without a moment's hesitation, Sammy darted towards Rosie, his wings beating furiously against the wind. With a mighty heave, he pushed the branch aside, freeing Rosie from the danger. Grateful and amazed by Sammy's bravery, the other animals gathered around, cheering for their little hero. From that day on, Sammy and Rosie's friendship grew even stronger, their bond forged in the fires of adversity. As the storm clouds parted and the sun bathed the village in its warm glow once more, Sammy realized that true friendship knows no bounds. It transcends differences and brings light to even the darkest of days. And so, in the heart of the village, the tale of the brave little sparrow and the kind-hearted rabbit became legend, inspiring all who heard it to embrace friendship and acceptance, knowing that together they could conquer any challenge that came their way. Once upon a time, in the enchanted forest of Evergreen, there lived a group of animals of all shapes and sizes. Among them were a wise owl named Oliver, a playful fox named Felix, a gentle deer named Daisy, and a curious rabbit named Rosie. One sunny morning, as they gathered by the shimmering pond, they noticed a new creature in their midst, a lonely hedgehog named Henry. With his prickly exterior and shy demeanor, Henry felt out of place among the other animals. Seeing Henry's loneliness, the animals decided to welcome him with open hearts. They invited him to join their daily adventures and shared their stories and laughter with him. Despite his initial hesitations, Henry soon found himself feeling happier than he had ever felt before. As time passed, the bond between the animals grew stronger. They discovered that despite their differences, they shared a deep connection rooted in friendship and acceptance. Oliver's wisdom guided them. Felix's playfulness brought joy to their days. Daisy's kindness warmed their hearts. Rosie's curiosity sparked new adventures, and Henry's quiet strength united them all. One day, a fierce storm swept through the forest, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The animals realized that they could only overcome the challenges ahead by working together. With determination and teamwork, they rebuilt their homes and restored the beauty of the forest. Through their shared experiences, the animals learned the true magic of friendship, that together they were stronger than they could ever be alone. As they stood hand in paw, surrounded by the vibrant colors of the forest, they knew that no matter what challenges they faced, they would always have each other. And so, in the enchanted forest of Evergreen, the tale of the animals' heartwarming friendship echoed through the trees, inspiring all who heard it to believe in the power of love, acceptance, and the magic of togetherness. In a quaint little village, nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering meadows, there lived a kind-hearted seamstress named Grandma Lily. Her little cottage was adorned with colorful fabrics, spools of thread, and needles of all sizes. But the most precious possession in Grandma Lily's home was her patchwork quilt. Each square of the quilt held a story, woven with love and memories. Some squares were bright and vibrant, while others were soft and gentle, just like the people who had contributed to it over the years. One day, a new family moved into the village, a family of misfits who had traveled far and wide in search of a place to call home. Among them was a shy boy named Tommy, who had never quite felt like he belonged anywhere. Despite their differences, Grandma Lily welcomed the new family with open arms, inviting them into her home for tea and cookies. As they sat around the cozy fireplace, Grandma Lily shared stories of the quilt and its magical ability to bring people together. Inspired by Grandma Lily's tales, Tommy asked if he could help with the quilt. With a smile, Grandma Lily handed him a needle and thread, showing him how to sew a square of his own. As the days turned into weeks, Tommy poured his heart into his square, stitching together memories of his journey and dreams of his future. With each stitch, he felt a sense of belonging he had never known before. When the quilt was finally complete, Grandma Lily gathered the villagers for a special unveiling. As they marveled at the intricate patterns and vibrant colors, they realized that the quilt was more than just a piece of fabric. It was a symbol of friendship and acceptance, woven together by the hands and hearts of those who had contributed to it. From that day on, the quilt adorned the village hall, serving as a reminder that no matter our differences, we are all connected by the threads of love and kindness. And as Tommy wrapped himself in the warmth of the quilt, he knew that he had finally found a place where he belonged, right here, among friends who accepted him just as he was. In the heart of a bustling kingdom, there stood a magnificent castle adorned with towers that touched the sky. Within this castle lived a young princess named Lily, whose laughter echoed through the halls like music. But despite her royal upbringing, Princess Lily felt lonely. She longed for a friend who would understand her adventurous spirit and kind heart. Little did she know, her wish was about to come true in the most unexpected way. One day, while exploring the castle's hidden chambers, Princess Lily stumbled upon a dusty old mirror tucked away in a forgotten corner. As she gazed into its gleaming surface, she saw not her own reflection, but that of another girl. A girl who looked just like her, but with eyes full of warmth and laughter. Curious and intrigued, Princess Lily reached out to touch the mirror, and to her amazement, her reflection reached back, pulling her into the mirror's magical world. Suddenly, Princess Lily found herself standing in a lush forest bathed in golden sunlight. Before her stood the other girl from the mirror, whose name was Rose. With a smile, Rose explained that she was the guardian of the mirror, tasked with watching over its enchanted realm. Overjoyed to have finally found a friend, Princess Lily and Rose embarked on countless adventures together, exploring the wonders of the magical forest. As they journeyed side by side, Princess Lily learned valuable lessons about friendship and acceptance. She discovered that true friendship knows no boundaries, and that even the most unlikely companions can form the strongest bonds. But their newfound friendship was soon put to the test when a wicked sorceress threatened to shatter the mirror's enchantment, trapping Princess Lily in the magical world forever. With courage and determination, Princess Lily and Rose joined forces to thwart the sorceress's evil plans, using the power of their friendship to overcome every obstacle in their path. In the end, their bravery and love for each other prevailed, and the mirror's enchantment remained unbroken. As Princess Lily bid farewell to her dear friend Rose and returned to her own world, she knew that their friendship would endure, transcending time and space. And so, in the kingdom's castle, the tale of the princess and the guardian of the magic mirror became legend, inspiring all who heard it to believe in the extraordinary power of friendship and acceptance. In a land where the sun kissed the mountains and the moon caressed the valleys, there existed a kingdom known as Harmony Haven. In Harmony Haven, creatures of all shapes, sizes, and colors lived together under one sky, bound by the threads of friendship and acceptance. At the heart of Harmony Haven stood the great oak, its branches reaching high into the heavens, symbolizing the unity of the kingdom's inhabitants. Under the shade of the great oak, creatures of every kind would gather to share stories, laughter, and dreams. One day, a young fox named Felix arrived in Harmony Haven. With his vibrant orange fur and playful spirit, Felix hoped to find a place where he belonged. But as he wandered through the bustling streets, he couldn't help but feel like an outsider among the kingdom's diverse inhabitants. Determined to make friends, Felix approached a group of animals gathered beneath the great oak. To his surprise, they welcomed him with open arms, eager to learn more about the newcomer. As they exchanged tales of their adventures and shared their hopes and fears, Felix realized that despite their differences, they were all united by their shared experiences and their desire for friendship. But their newfound harmony was soon threatened when a shadow fell over Harmony Haven. A fierce storm swept through the kingdom, tearing at the roots of the great oak and threatening to divide the creatures who called it home. In the face of adversity, Felix and his friends rallied together, using their unique strengths and abilities to protect their beloved kingdom. With courage and determination, they worked tirelessly to mend the damage caused by the storm, their friendship serving as a beacon of hope in the darkness. And as the clouds parted and the sun once again graced the land with its golden light, Harmony Haven emerged stronger than ever before. Beneath the branches of the great oak, Felix and his friends stood side by side, their hearts filled with gratitude for the bonds of friendship that had carried them through the storm. And so, in the kingdom of Harmony Haven, the tale of unity and friendship became legend, inspiring all who heard it to embrace the diversity of the world around them, and to remember that no matter our differences, we are all united under one sky. In a vibrant meadow where wildflowers danced in the breeze and butterflies painted the sky with their delicate wings, there lived two creatures who were as different as night and day. One was a graceful swan, with feathers as white as freshly fallen snow and a regal demeanor that commanded attention. The other was a playful squirrel, with fur as brown as the earth itself and a mischievous twinkle in his eye. Despite their differences, the swan and the squirrel shared a deep bond of friendship that transcended their contrasting appearances. Every day, they would meet by the shimmering pond at the heart of the meadow, where they would share stories, laughter, and dreams. But their friendship faced a challenge when the other creatures of the meadow began to question how two beings so different could be friends. The birds whispered among themselves, while the rabbits shook their heads in disbelief. Even the wise old oak tree doubted the sincerity of their friendship. Determined to prove their critics wrong, the swan and the squirrel embarked on a journey to find a legendary flower rumored to possess the power to unite even the most unlikely companions. Through fields of thorns and forests of shadows, they traveled together, their friendship growing stronger with each step they took. Along the way, they encountered creatures of all shapes and sizes, each one teaching them valuable lessons about acceptance and understanding. Finally, after many trials and tribulations, they reached the heart of the enchanted forest, where the legendary flower bloomed in all its glory. With a sense of wonder and awe, the swan and the squirrel plucked the flower and held it aloft, its petals shimmering with a golden light. As they returned to the meadow, the other creatures watched in amazement as the swan and the squirrel presented the flower as a symbol of their unwavering friendship. And in that moment, the doubters realized that despite their differences, the swan and the squirrel were more alike than they could have ever imagined. For they shared a bond built on love, trust, and acceptance. And so, in the vibrant meadow, the tale of the swan and the squirrel became legend, inspiring all who heard it to embrace the beauty of diversity and the magic of friendship, knowing that in the end, we are all different, yet alike in our capacity to love and be loved. In the heart of a peaceful village, where sunlight danced on cobblestone streets and laughter filled the air, there lived a young girl named Emily. Emily was known throughout the village for her kindness and compassion, always ready to lend a helping hand to those in need. One day, while exploring the forest on the outskirts of the village, Emily stumbled upon a hidden glade bathed in golden light. In the center of the glade stood a magnificent tree adorned with shimmering leaves of gold. As Emily approached the tree, she heard a soft voice whispering on the breeze. "Welcome, Emily," it said. I am the spirit of the Golden Rule, guardian of this enchanted glade. Curious, Emily asked the spirit what the Golden Rule was. The spirit explained that the Golden Rule was a simple yet powerful principle: to treat others as you would like to be treated. Inspired by the spirit's words, Emily vowed to live her life by the Golden Rule, spreading kindness and compassion wherever she went. But Emily's resolve was put to the test when she encountered a group of travelers passing through the village. Among them was a young boy named Thomas, who was shy and withdrawn, his eyes filled with sadness. Despite her best efforts to befriend Thomas, Emily found it difficult to break through his walls of silence. But she refused to give up, remembering the Golden Rule and the importance of treating others with kindness and understanding. Slowly but surely, Emily's patience and compassion began to work their magic. With each small act of kindness, Thomas opened up little by little, revealing the warmth and kindness that lay hidden beneath his quiet exterior. Before long, Emily and Thomas had formed a deep and lasting friendship, their bond forged in the fires of adversity and strengthened by the Golden Rule. And as they stood beneath the shimmering leaves of the golden tree, Emily realized that true friendship knows no boundaries. It transcends differences and brings light to even the darkest of days. And so, in the heart of the village, the tale of Emily and Thomas and the Golden Rule became legend, inspiring all who heard it to live their lives with kindness, compassion, and acceptance, knowing that in the end, love and friendship are the greatest treasures of all. In a mystical forest where ancient trees whispered secrets and fireflies danced in the moonlight, there existed a wondrous place known as the Friendship Forest. Within its enchanted borders, animals of all kinds lived in harmony, their voices carrying the melodies of laughter and friendship. One day, a young girl named Lily stumbled upon the Friendship Forest while wandering through the woods. To her amazement, she discovered that the animals could speak, not in words, but in the language of the heart. As Lily explored the forest, she met a curious rabbit named Rosie, a wise old owl named Oliver, and a playful fox named Felix. Despite their differences, they welcomed her with open arms, eager to share their world with the human girl. Together, Lily and her new friends embarked on countless adventures, exploring the hidden wonders of the Friendship Forest and learning valuable lessons about acceptance and kindness along the way. They discovered that true friendship knows no boundaries, and that even the most unlikely companions can form the strongest bonds. But their friendship faced a challenge when a dark shadow fell over the Friendship Forest. A greedy developer threatened to destroy the forest and its inhabitants in order to build a bustling city in its place. Determined to save their home, Lily and her friends rallied together, using their unique talents and abilities to protect the forest from harm. With courage and determination, they stood up to the developer and showed him the beauty and magic of the Friendship Forest. Moved by their bravery and compassion, the developer had a change of heart and agreed to preserve the forest for future generations to enjoy. And as the sun set over the treetops, casting a golden glow over the Friendship Forest, Lily and her friends knew that their bond was stronger than ever before. And so, in the heart of the friendship forest, the tale of the talking animals and the human girl became legend, inspiring all who heard it to embrace the power of friendship and acceptance, knowing that together they could overcome any challenge that came their way. In a faraway kingdom where the stars danced in the night sky and the flowers bloomed in every shade imaginable, there lived a young girl named Lily. Lily was unlike anyone else in the kingdom. She had been born with a sparkling stone embedded in her chest, its radiant glow lighting up her every step. At first, the people of the kingdom had been wary of Lily and her unusual gift. They whispered behind her back and kept their distance, fearing the unknown. But Lily remained undaunted, her heart filled with kindness and her spirit as bright as the sun. One day, while wandering through the enchanted forest, Lily stumbled upon a hidden glade where a group of animals had gathered. Among them was a timid deer named Daisy, a mischievous squirrel named Sammy, and a wise old owl named Oliver. Despite their differences, the animals welcomed Lily with open arms, drawn to the warmth and light that radiated from her sparkling stone. Together, they explored the wonders of the forest, their laughter echoing through the trees, and their hearts filled with joy. But their friendship faced a challenge when a jealous sorceress cast a spell over the kingdom, filling the hearts of its inhabitants with fear and mistrust. As the people turned against one another, Lily and her friends found themselves ostracized once more, their unique gifts seen as a threat rather than a blessing. Determined to prove their worth, Lily and her friends embarked on a quest to find the source of the sorceress's power and put an end to her reign of terror. Along the way, they encountered many obstacles and faced many dangers, but their friendship and determination never wavered. Finally, after a long and arduous journey, Lily and her friends confronted the sorceress in her dark and shadowy lair. With courage and love in their hearts, they stood together against her magic, their combined strength overpowering her evil spells. As the sorceress's hold over the kingdom was broken, the people began to see the true beauty of Lily and her friends' uniqueness. They embraced them with open arms, realizing that it was their differences that made them strong, not weak. And so, in the kingdom where the stars danced in the night sky and the flowers bloomed in every shade imaginable, the tale of Lily and her friends became legend, inspiring all who heard it to embrace their own uniqueness and to celebrate the diversity that makes each of us special. In the heart of a charming village, nestled between rolling hills and whispering meadows, there existed a tradition known as the Friendship Feast. Every year, the villagers would come together to celebrate the bonds of friendship and the spirit of acceptance. One sunny morning, as the aroma of freshly baked pies filled the air and colorful banners fluttered in the breeze, the villagers gathered in the town square for the annual Friendship Feast. Tables groaned under the weight of delicious dishes, and laughter echoed through the streets as friends, old and new, reunited once more. At the center of the feast stood a large oak tree, its branches adorned with twinkling lights and shimmering ribbons. Underneath its welcoming shade, the villagers shared stories of kindness and laughter, their hearts filled with warmth and joy. But as the feast drew to a close, a sudden storm swept through the village, threatening to dampen the spirits of the revelers. With the rain pouring down and the wind howling through the trees, it seemed as though the friendship feast would be washed away. Determined not to let the storm ruin their celebration, the villagers banded together, seeking shelter beneath the sturdy branches of the oak tree. They huddled together, sharing blankets and laughter as they waited for the storm to pass. And as they sat side by side, the true meaning of friendship shone through. In the face of adversity, the villagers drew strength from one another, their bonds of friendship growing stronger with each passing moment. As the storm finally subsided and the sun peeked out from behind the clouds, the villagers emerged from beneath the oak tree, their spirits lifted and their hearts full. And as they looked around at the smiling faces of their friends and neighbors, they realized that the true magic of the friendship feast lay not in the food or the decorations, but in the love and acceptance they shared with one another. And so, in the heart of the village, the tale of the friendship feast became legend, inspiring all who heard it to cherish the bonds of friendship and to always remember that together they were stronger than any storm. Once upon a time, in the heart of a magical forest, there stood a quaint little village called Harmony Haven. In Harmony Haven, creatures of all shapes, sizes, and colors lived together in peace and harmony. It was a place where differences were celebrated and kindness was abundant. At the heart of this village, nestled beneath the shade of an ancient oak tree, was a cozy cottage. This cottage belonged to Willow, a gentle fairy with wings as delicate as rose petals. Willow had always believed that friendship and acceptance were the most powerful magic of all. One sunny morning, as Willow tended to her garden, she heard a timid knock on her door. Opening it, she found a strange sight: a small dragon named Drake, his scales shimmering with hues of blue and green. Drake had traveled far from his own land, seeking refuge from the prejudice of his kin. With a warm smile, Willow welcomed Drake into her home. She offered him a seat by the fireplace and a cup of soothing herbal tea. As they talked, Willow learned of Drake's struggles and his longing for acceptance. Determined to help her new friend, Willow invited Drake to explore the village with her. Together, they visited the bustling market square, where merchants sold goods from all corners of the realm. They wandered through the enchanted forest, where fairies danced among the flowers and elves sang songs of old. Everywhere they went, Willow introduced Drake to her friends: the kindly gnome who tended to the forest, the mischievous pixies who played pranks on unsuspecting travelers, and the wise old owl who perched atop the tallest tree. At first, Drake was hesitant, fearing rejection from those around him. But to his surprise, the villagers greeted him with open arms and warm smiles. They saw past his fearsome appearance and recognized the gentle soul within. As days turned into weeks, Drake found a place in Harmony Haven he could call home. He shared laughter and adventures with his new friends, and together they forged bonds that would last a lifetime. And so, in the village of Harmony Haven, where differences were celebrated and kindness reigned supreme, Willow and Drake taught the world a timeless lesson: that all are welcome, no matter who they are or where they come from. For in the end, it is the warmth of friendship and acceptance that truly makes a place magical. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and blooming meadows, there existed a tradition known as the sharing circle. Every full moon, the villagers would gather in a circle beneath the starlit sky, bringing with them gifts of food, stories, and laughter to share with one another. At the heart of the sharing circle stood a shimmering pond, its waters reflecting the moon's gentle glow. Around the pond, the villagers would sit, their faces illuminated by the flickering light of the fire pit in the center. One evening, as the villagers prepared for the sharing circle, they noticed a newcomer standing on the outskirts of the gathering. It was a young girl named Maya, her eyes wide with wonder and curiosity. Despite her hesitation, Maya approached the circle, her heart fluttering with nervous excitement. To her surprise, the villagers welcomed her with open arms, inviting her to join them by the fire and share in their traditions. As the night unfolded, Maya listened intently as the villagers shared stories of their lives and the lessons they had learned along the way. She marveled at the kindness and generosity that filled the air, feeling a sense of belonging she had never known before. Inspired by the spirit of the sharing circle, Maya decided to contribute to the gathering in her own unique way. With a shy smile, she stood before the villagers and offered them a gift, a beautiful song that echoed through the night like a gentle breeze. Touched by Maya's generosity, the villagers joined in her song, their voices blending together in perfect harmony. In that moment, they realized that the true magic of the sharing circle lay not in the gifts they shared, but in the bonds of friendship and acceptance that united them as one. And so, in the village where the hills rolled and the meadows bloomed, the tale of the sharing circle became legend, inspiring all who heard it to embrace the spirit of kindness and generosity, knowing that when we share our gifts with others, we create a circle of love that reaches far beyond the boundaries of our village. Once upon a time, in the quaint village of Willowbrook, there lived a diverse community of creatures. There were rabbits, squirrels, birds, and even a family of mischievous raccoons. Despite their differences, they all lived harmoniously, sharing laughter, stories, and food. In the heart of Willowbrook stood a majestic oak tree, its branches stretching high into the sky. Underneath its sprawling canopy, a group of friends gathered every day to play and share their adventures. There was Lily, the curious rabbit who loved exploring the woods, and Jasper, the wise old owl who shared tales of faraway lands. Then there was Sammy, the playful squirrel, and Mia, the gentle bluebird with a voice like a melody. One sunny morning, as they gathered beneath the oak tree, they noticed a newcomer approaching. It was Milo, a shy fox with a sad look in his eyes. The other animals exchanged uncertain glances, unsure of how to welcome him. But Lily, with her boundless curiosity, bounded over to Milo and offered him a friendly smile. "Welcome to Willowbrook," she exclaimed. "We're so glad to have you here." Milo hesitated, unused to such kindness. "But I'm a fox," he said quietly. "And everyone knows foxes and rabbits don't get along." Lily shook her head, her ears twitching with determination. "That's just a silly old stereotype," she said. "Here in Willowbrook, we celebrate our differences and embrace each other for who we are." And so, with Lily leading the way, the friends welcomed Milo into their circle. They taught him their favorite games, shared their stories, and laughed together under the shade of the oak tree. As the days turned into weeks, Milo's sadness began to fade, replaced by a newfound sense of belonging. He realized that true friendship knows no bounds, and that acceptance is the greatest gift of all. One evening, as they gathered around a crackling fire, Jasper spoke up, his voice echoing through the forest. "My dear friends," he said, "tonight, let us celebrate not only our friendship, but also our roots. For it is our differences that make us strong, and our bond that makes us family." And so, beneath the twinkling stars, the animals of Willowbrook joined paws, wings, and paws, dancing and singing in celebration of their unity. From that day forward, the village of Willowbrook became known not only for its breathtaking beauty, but also for its heartwarming tales of friendship and acceptance. And as the seasons changed and the years passed, the bond between the animals only grew stronger, proving that love knows no boundaries and true friends are forever. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and whispering streams, there lived a young girl named Lily. Lily was known for her kind heart and infectious laughter, but she was also known for her worn-out shoes that she treasured dearly. One day, while exploring the forest near her home, Lily stumbled upon a hidden glade bathed in golden sunlight. In the center of the glade lay a pair of shoes that sparkled with an otherworldly glow. Intrigued, Lily cautiously approached the shoes and, with a sense of wonder, slipped them onto her feet. To her amazement, the shoes began to shimmer and dance, lifting her off the ground and carrying her through the air with grace and ease. With each step, Lily felt a surge of joy and exhilaration coursing through her veins. As she soared through the skies, Lily spotted a group of children playing in a nearby meadow. With a mischievous grin, she descended upon them, inviting them to join her in her magical journey. At first, the children were hesitant, unsure of the mysterious shoes and the strange girl who wore them. But as they saw the joy and wonder in Lily's eyes, their fears melted away, and they eagerly accepted her invitation. Together, they flew over fields of blooming flowers and shimmering lakes, laughing and singing all the while. Along the way, they encountered creatures of all shapes and sizes, from graceful unicorns to mischievous fairies, and welcomed them into their merry band. As the sun began to set on their adventure, Lily and her newfound friends returned to the village, their hearts full of love and their spirits soaring high. The villagers marveled at the sight of Lily's magic shoes and the joy they had brought to her and her friends. From that day on, Lily's magic shoes became a symbol of friendship and acceptance in the village, reminding everyone that true magic lies not in the shoes themselves, but in the bonds we share with one another. And as long as they wore those shoes, Lily and her friends knew that they would always be together, exploring the wonders of the world and spreading love wherever they went. In the bustling kingdom of Everland, there lived a young rabbit named Clover. Despite her small size, Clover had a big heart and a passion for helping others. She spent her days hopping from one corner of the kingdom to another, lending a helping paw wherever it was needed. One sunny afternoon, As Clover was busy gathering berries for the upcoming harvest festival, she stumbled upon a peculiar scene. A group of animals gathered around a sad-looking tortoise named Timothy. Timothy was known throughout the kingdom for his slow pace, and many animals often overlooked him or left him out of their activities. Determined to make Timothy feel included, Clover approached him with a warm smile. "Hello, Timothy. Would you like to join me in gathering berries for the festival?" she asked. Timothy's eyes lit up with surprise and gratitude. "Oh, I would love to, but I'm not sure I can keep up," he replied sheepishly. Clover shook her head. "Nonsense. In Everland, everyone counts, no matter how fast or slow they are. Besides, with your sturdy shell, you can carry even more berries than I can." With Clover's encouragement, Timothy hesitantly agreed to join her. Together, they set off into the forest, chatting and laughing as they filled their baskets with plump, juicy berries. Along the way, they encountered other animals who were also preparing for the festival. With Clover's infectious enthusiasm and Timothy's steady determination, they soon found themselves surrounded by a bustling group of friends, all working together to ensure the festival's success. As the sun began to set, Clover and Timothy returned to the village square, their baskets overflowing with berries. The other animals cheered as they presented their bounty, and Timothy couldn't help but feel a swell of pride in his chest. From that day forth, Timothy was no longer seen as the slow tortoise, but as a valued member of the community, a testament to the power of friendship and acceptance in the kingdom of Everland. Once upon a time in the quaint village of Willowbrook, there lived a young girl named Lily. She was known far and wide for her kind heart and willingness to help anyone in need. Despite her gentle nature, Lily often felt lonely, as she didn't quite fit in with the other children in the village. One sunny morning, while wandering through the enchanted forest, Lily stumbled upon a peculiar sight. A tiny hand, no bigger than her own, poking out from beneath a pile of leaves. Curiosity piqued, she carefully brushed away the foliage to reveal a small, sentient hand with eyes as bright as stars. "Hello there," Lily greeted the hand with a smile. "What brings you to this forest?" The hand, which introduced itself as Handy, explained that it had been separated from its owner, a shy and reclusive creature known as Grumblefoot. Despite their differences, Lily and Handy quickly became friends, bonding over their shared love of adventure and discovery. Determined to reunite Handy with Grumblefoot, Lily embarked on a journey through the enchanted forest, encountering all manner of magical creatures along the way. With Handy's guidance, they navigated treacherous paths, crossed roaring rivers, and braved dark caves, until, at last, they reached the hidden grove where Grumblefoot dwelled. At first, Grumblefoot was hesitant to accept Lily and Handy's friendship, fearing rejection due to its unusual appearance. But as Lily extended a hand of kindness and understanding, Grumblefoot's heart began to soften, and walls built by loneliness started to crumble. Through acts of kindness and unwavering acceptance, Lily showed Grumblefoot that true friendship knows no bounds. Together, they shared laughter, tears, and countless adventures, forming an unbreakable bond forged in the fires of acceptance and understanding. From that day forth, the village of Willowbrook buzzed with tales of Lily, Handy, and Grumblefoot's heartwarming friendship, a testament to the power of acceptance and the beauty of unlikely companionship. Once upon a time, in a bustling kingdom where laughter filled the air and kindness bloomed like flowers in spring, there lived a young girl named Emily. She had a heart as big as the sky and a smile that could brighten the gloomiest of days. Emily's dearest friend was a gentle unicorn named Luna, whose shimmering coat sparkled like the stars in the night sky. One sunny morning, as Emily and Luna ventured into the enchanted forest, they stumbled upon a peculiar sight: a small, timid dragon named Blaze, whose scales shimmered in hues of red and gold. "Hello there, little friend," Emily greeted with a warm smile. "Why do you hide?" Blaze looked up with tearful eyes. I am different," he murmured. "None of the other creatures want to befriend me." Emily's heart swelled with compassion. "Different? Why, that makes you special. Come, let us be friends." And so, under the whispering trees of the forest, Emily, Luna, and Blaze embarked on grand adventures, their laughter echoing through the glades like the sweetest melody. As they journeyed together, they discovered that friendship knows no boundaries, and acceptance is the key to unlocking the language of love. With each passing day, their bond grew stronger, weaving a tapestry of love and understanding. One moonlit night, as they gathered around a crackling fire, Luna spoke with wisdom beyond her years. In the language of love, differences are celebrated, for they make each of us unique and special. Emily nodded in agreement, her eyes sparkling with joy. And together, we can create a world where kindness reigns and friendship flourishes. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, there lived a young girl named Lily. She had a heart as pure as morning dew and a smile that could light up the darkest night. Despite her family's modest means, Lily found joy in giving whatever little she had to those in need. One crisp autumn morning, as golden leaves danced in the gentle breeze, Lily set out to gather berries in the forest. Along the winding path, she stumbled upon a peculiar sight: a small, trembling creature hiding behind a bush. It was a timid squirrel, with fur as soft as velvet. "Hello there, little friend," Lily greeted with a warm smile. "Why do you hide?" The squirrel peered at Lily with wary eyes. I am different," it stuttered. "None of the other animals want to play with me." Lily's heart swelled with compassion. "Different? Why, that makes you special. Come, let us play together." And so, under the golden canopy of the forest, Lily and the squirrel frolicked and laughed, their laughter echoing through the trees like sweet music. As dusk painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, Lily bid farewell to her newfound friend. But before she left, she plucked a handful of berries and placed them in the squirrel's tiny paws. "These are for you," she said, her eyes twinkling with kindness, "a token of our friendship." The squirrel's eyes widened with delight, and a warm glow enveloped its heart. Never before had it felt such love and acceptance. From that day on, Lily and the squirrel became inseparable companions, spreading joy and kindness wherever they went. And as they journeyed through the forest, they discovered that true friendship knows no bounds, and acceptance is the key to unlocking the joy of giving. once upon a time, in the enchanting land of Harmony Hollow, where the trees whispered secrets and the flowers danced in the breeze, there lived a group of animals unlike any other. In this magical place, diversity was celebrated, and friendship knew no bounds. At the heart of Harmony Hollow stood the great oak, its branches stretching high into the sky, serving as a meeting place for all the creatures of the forest. One sunny morning, as the birds chirped and the rabbits hopped about, a sweet melody filled the air. It was the melody of diversity, a tune that resonated with the unique qualities of every inhabitant of the forest. In the heart of the forest lived Willow the deer, who was known for her grace and elegance. Despite her gentle nature, Willow felt lonely at times, for she was different from the other animals. Her antlers were adorned with delicate flowers, and her fur shimmered like silver in the moonlight. One day, as Willow wandered through the forest, she stumbled upon a peculiar sight: a hedgehog named Bramble trying to balance a stack of acorns on his spiky back. With a gentle laugh, Willow offered to help, and soon the two became fast friends. As they journeyed through the forest together, they encountered a colorful array of creatures, from Polly the parrot, with her vibrant feathers, to Finn the fox, with his cunning wit. Each one brought something unique to the group, and soon they formed a bond that could not be broken. But Harmony Hollow was not without its challenges. One day, a storm swept through the forest, causing chaos and destruction in its wake. Trees were uprooted, and homes were destroyed, leaving the animals feeling frightened and alone. In the midst of the chaos, Willow had an idea. Gathering her friends together, she proposed that they work together to rebuild their beloved home. With each animal using their unique talents, they set to work, repairing the damage and restoring Harmony Hollow to its former glory. Through their shared efforts, the animals discovered that friendship and acceptance were the true keys to overcoming adversity. As they stood amidst the newly restored forest, the melody of diversity rang out once more, filling their hearts with joy and gratitude. And so, in the land of Harmony Hollow, where diversity was celebrated and friendship knew no bounds, Willow and her friends lived happily ever after, united by the timeless melody of acceptance and love. In the bustling town of Evergreen Valley, nestled between rolling hills and meandering rivers, there lived two creatures from different worlds. On one side of the valley dwelled the forest animals, led by a wise old owl named Ollie. On the other side lived the river creatures, led by a playful otter named Oliver. For years, the forest animals and the river creatures lived in harmony, but they rarely crossed paths. Each group kept to their own side of the valley, content with their familiar surroundings. One sunny day, a great storm swept through Evergreen Valley, flooding the river and toppling trees in the forest. As the waters rose, the forest animals sought refuge on higher ground, while the river creatures struggled to find shelter. Seeing their neighbors in need, Ollie and Oliver knew they had to act fast. Putting aside their differences, they called upon the other animals to join forces and help those affected by the storm. With hearts united in compassion, the forest animals and the river creatures worked side by side, building bridges to connect their worlds. Together, they rescued stranded animals, patched up homes, and shared food and warmth. As the storm subsided and the waters receded, a sense of peace settled over Evergreen Valley. The once divided creatures now stood together, bound by the bonds of friendship and acceptance. From that day on, the forest animals and the river creatures no longer saw each other as strangers, but as friends and allies. They crossed the bridges they had built, exchanging stories, laughter, and kindness. And as the sun set over Evergreen Valley, casting a golden glow upon the land, Ollie and Oliver smiled, knowing that in times of need, it was their friendship and acceptance that had built the bridges to a brighter future. Once upon a time, in a cozy village nestled between rolling hills and whispering streams, there lived a diverse group of creatures. Among them were rabbits, squirrels, birds, and even a friendly dragon named Ember. Despite their differences, they lived harmoniously, bound together by the unbreakable bonds of friendship and acceptance. One sunny morning, as the village bustled with activity, a little fox named Finn wandered into town. With his bushy tail and bright eyes, Finn was eager to make new friends. But as he approached the other animals, he couldn't help but feel a pang of nervousness. Would they accept him for who he was? To his delight, the villagers welcomed Finn with open arms, inviting him to join in their daily activities. Together, they gathered berries, told stories by the fire, and danced beneath the stars. Finn felt a warmth in his heart, unlike anything he had ever known. As the days turned into weeks, Finn grew closer to his new friends, sharing laughs and creating memories that would last a lifetime. But just when he thought he had found his place in the village, a sudden storm swept through, leaving chaos and destruction in its wake. Homes were destroyed, and families were separated, leaving the villagers feeling scared and alone. But amidst the wreckage, Finn and his friends came together, determined to rebuild their beloved village. With each animal using their unique talents, they worked tirelessly, hammering, sawing, and lifting, until the village stood tall once more. And as they looked around at the fruits of their labor, they realized something remarkable. They weren't just friends, they were family. Through their shared experiences, the villagers discovered that true friendship knows no boundaries. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you look like. All that matters is the love and acceptance you share with those around you. And so, in the village, nestled between rolling hills and whispering streams, Finn and his friends lived happily ever after, bound together by the unbreakable bonds of friendship and acceptance. For in their hearts, they knew that no matter what challenges they faced, as long as they had each other, they could overcome anything that came their way. Once upon a time, in a magical kingdom where dreams came to life, there lived a group of animals with big hopes and even bigger hearts. They were known throughout the land as the Dream Team, for they believed that together they could achieve anything they set their minds to. At the heart of the Dream Team was a curious rabbit named Luna, who had a knack for spinning tales that sparkled with wonder and imagination. Alongside Luna were her dearest friends, Oliver the owl, with his wisdom beyond his years, Rosie the raccoon, with her mischievous grin, and Milo the mouse, with his boundless energy and enthusiasm. One day, as they gathered beneath the branches of their favorite tree, Luna shared a dream she had been nurturing in her heart for as long as she could remember: to explore the far reaches of the kingdom and discover its hidden treasures. Excited by Luna's vision, the dream team set out on their grand adventure, venturing into the unknown with courage and determination. Along the way, they encountered challenges and obstacles that tested their resolve. But with each hurdle they overcame, their bond grew stronger. As they journeyed deeper into the kingdom, they met creatures of all shapes and sizes, each with their own unique talents and gifts. Some were quick to welcome them with open arms, while others were wary of outsiders. But the dream team remained undeterred, spreading kindness and understanding wherever they went. Their journey was not without its setbacks, but through perseverance and teamwork, they prevailed, unlocking the secrets of the kingdom, one by one. And as they stood atop the highest peak, gazing out at the world below, they realized that the greatest treasure of all was the friendships they had forged along the way. For in the kingdom where dreams came to life, the dream team had discovered that true friendship knows no bounds. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you look like. All that matters is the love and acceptance you share with those around you. And so, with hearts full of joy and gratitude, the dream team returned home, knowing that no matter what adventures awaited them in the future, as long as they had each other, they would always be unstoppable. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and babbling brooks, there lived a group of friends who embarked on an extraordinary journey, a journey to solve the puzzle of friendship. In this charming village lived a curious squirrel named Nutmeg, a clever fox named Felix, and a kind-hearted rabbit named Clover. Despite their differences, they shared a deep bond of friendship that warmed their hearts like the sun's gentle rays. One day, as they gathered beneath the shade of their favorite tree, they stumbled upon a mysterious puzzle hidden amongst the flowers. Intrigued by its intricate design, they set out to unravel its secrets. With each piece they found, they encountered challenges that tested their patience and perseverance. But instead of becoming frustrated, they worked together, helping each other overcome obstacles and celebrating every small victory along the way. As they pieced together the puzzle, they discovered that true friendship was like a puzzle itself, made up of many pieces, each one unique and important in its own way. Nutmeg's curiosity, Felix's cleverness, and Clover's kindness all played a vital role in solving the puzzle of friendship. And when they finally placed the last piece, they were rewarded with a heartwarming revelation. The true meaning of friendship lies not in perfection, but in acceptance. It's about embracing each other's differences and celebrating the special bond that unites us all. With the puzzle of friendship solved, Nutmeg, Felix, and Clover returned home, their hearts brimming with gratitude for the wonderful friends they had found. And as they laughed and played beneath the stars, they knew that no matter where life took them, their friendship would always be their greatest treasure. In the magical kingdom of Everlandia, where the sky was painted with hues of pink and purple at sunset, and the rivers whispered secrets to the trees, there lived two unlikely friends, Lily, the unicorn, and Rory, the dragon. Lily, with her sparkling white coat and shimmering mane, was the kindest creature in all of Everlandia. Rory, on the other hand, was a fearsome dragon with scales as dark as midnight. Despite their differences, they shared a bond stronger than steel. For in their hearts, they knew that love knows no bounds. One day, as they frolicked in the meadows of Everlandia, they stumbled upon a group of creatures huddled together in fear. Among them was a tiny fairy named Elara, whose wings trembled with fright. With a gentle nudge from Lily and a reassuring smile from Rory, Elara found the courage to share her story. She had been banished from her home in the enchanted forest because she was different from the other fairies. Her wings were not the delicate hues of pink and gold, but rather a vibrant shade of blue. Moved by her plight, Lily and Rory knew they had to help. Together, they set out on a quest to the enchanted forest, determined to convince the fairy queen that Elara deserved to be accepted for who she was. Their journey was filled with challenges and obstacles, but with each trial they faced, their friendship grew stronger. Lily's kindness and Rory's bravery carried them through, and before long, they arrived at the gates of the enchanted forest. With a heart full of hope, Lily approached the fairy queen and pleaded Elara's case. At first, the fairy queen was skeptical, but as she looked into Elara's eyes and saw the courage within, she knew she had been wrong. In that moment, the fairy queen decreed that love knows no bounds, and that all creatures, no matter their differences, deserved to be accepted and cherished. With tears of joy in their eyes, Lily, Rory, and Elara returned home to Everlandia, their hearts brimming with gratitude for the friendship that had brought them together. And as they danced beneath the stars, surrounded by the beauty of the enchanted forest, they knew that in a world where love knows no bounds, anything was possible. For in the end, it was their friendship that had triumphed, proving that kindness, acceptance, and love were the most powerful magic of all.